Hi, my name is Anthony Walsh, and I'll be reading Hockey is for Everybody by myself, illustrated by Justine Allenette Ross, for the Minnesota African American Heritage Museum and Gallery's Children's Reading Circle. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. All season long, 12-year-old Anthony and his hockey teammates had worked hard to get to the championship game, but Anthony had been battling more than just tough opponents. He'd been battling the mean things people had said to him because he was black. Anthony had been battling racism. Anthony and his team, the Monarchs, were playing their rivals, the Cardinals. The last time they met on the ice rink, the Monarchs had lost by a point, just one goal. Anthony hoped this time would be different, on the rink and with how the Cardinals treated him. Matt, his teammate and best friend, said, "We're winning this one today." Anthony replied, "I just hope no one says anything mean to me this time." "How could I help if Jason does it again?" Matt looked worried. "Stand up for me." "I will," Matt promised. Jason played for the Cardinals. He was always teasing Anthony and calling him names. After last game, he said to Anthony, "Why don't you go back to the basketball court?" Jason believed Anthony was playing the wrong sport because Anthony was black. But that wasn't true. Black people can play whatever sport they want. Another Cardinals player had told Anthony to go eat a banana. It made Anthony feel like he was an animal or less than a person, but he wasn't less than anyone. Some of the words people used were worse than basketball and bananas, and that made Anthony sad and even mad. But he tried to stay calm and never got back at anyone during the game. Doing that might get him a penalty and hurt his team's chances. The Monarchs couldn't afford to lose, and Anthony couldn't either. He shook off all those bad memories. He needed to get his head in today's game. But there, Jason was again, glaring at Anthony from across the rink. "I can't get a penalty no matter what," Anthony thought. The game was fast-paced. Anthony passed the puck to Matt, who shot it over the Cardinals goalie's shoulder. The Monarchs erupted into cheers. Yes! They were winning 1-0. As the teams faced off, Jason said, "The basketball court's over there." Jason's words felt like a gut punch. The next shift, Anthony missed a pass from Matt. Jason got the puck and headed towards the Monarchs' net. He took a shot, but the goalie made a great save. Close call. Later, Anthony got the puck while Jason was on the bench. "Go back to the basketball court," Jason yelled. Startled, Anthony shot the puck into the Cardinals goalie's chest. He hated missing a chance to score, but Jason was getting to him. Anthony tried to ignore Jason and play better, but it was really hard. Matt made a pass to Anthony, but again, he missed it. This time, Jason recovered the puck and shot it into the Monarchs' net. It was tied 1-1. The game was almost over. Anthony took the ice next to Jason. "Shouldn't you be shooting hoops?" Jason sneered. "Cut it out, Jason." Anger raced through Anthony. "Why don't you make me?" Jason dared, shoving Anthony to the ice. Anthony had finally had enough. He got up, but Matt stepped in and pushed Jason back. "Lay off," yelled Matt. The referee blew his whistle, giving Matt and Jason penalties. The game was going into overtime, and whoever scored next would win. Before the face-off, Anthony skated over to Matt to thank him. "I wasn't going to let you fight this one alone," Matt answered. It felt good to have Matt stand up for him. "Now, let's win this thing," Anthony said. Knowing his teammate had his back gave Anthony new confidence. When play resumed, Matt passed the puck to Anthony, who had no trouble catching it this time. Anthony raced towards the Cardinals goalie, but as he soared down the ice, he was tripped. Behind him, Jason said, "You don't belong here." "Yes, I do," Anthony said, determined. The referee's whistle blew as he threw his arms into an X above his head. The game stopped for Anthony to take a penalty shot while Jason was sent to the penalty box. Every seat in the packed arena was empty as the crowd stood to cheer. At the sound of the whistle, Anthony took off like a rocket. He closed in on the Cardinals' net, moving his stick and body to the right. He shot the puck, and the puck slid between the goalie's legs into the net. Score! The Monarchs were the champions. Anthony glanced at the box and caught Jason looking at him differently. After the Monarchs received their first place medals, the two teams lined up to say, "Good game," and shake hands. Then, Jason skated to Anthony. "Hey man, I'm really sorry for what I said. You played great." Jason held out his hand. Anthony studied him. "Thanks," he said. "You know I belong here. Hockey is for everybody." Jason nodded, and finally Anthony took Jason's hand. They shook hands longer than anyone else. "I'll see you this summer?" Anthony nodded. Their long handshake ended, and the two players skated back to their teammates. That is Hockey is for Everybody, and this is me and Matt, the real Matt. So it was all things that had happened to me in my youth hockey career and I wanted to do something to reduce fear in the community and build relationships cross-culturally. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you enjoyed the book. Thank you.